my reading outside today because it's sunny and it's nice out, so I thought I'd do this outside. So I'm going to be doing a full moon reading, for the Libra full moon, which is on Tuesday, I think, but it's different like all around the world. Also, sorry if it's windy, but I feel like I'm speaking loud enough that you can hear me, so that's fine. It's different all around the world, but it says our full moon is on Tuesday at 10:35 p.m. And yeah, full moons, they take effect like a couple days before and a couple days after, so yeah. Oh yeah, and then these. So I have two crystals with me today. This is goldstone. It's a man-made stone. It's really pretty and like shiny. It's one of my favorite stones, actually. It deflects unwanted energies, and I don't know what this is. I'm not even sure where I got it, but it's purple, so it's pretty. Looks very like earthy, so I feel like it's probably very grounding. Yeah. So I'm gonna do a 6-card spread, and this isn't for like a specific sign. This is just for like all signs, anybody and everyone. So here we go. And this is for the Libra full moon. Probably said that 8 times, but. Bottom of the deck is the 5 of Swords reversed. Okay. So the first card we have is the Ace of Swords. So this card is about truth, communication. I feel like this is about your own inner truth. So Libras, one of the things they represent is truth. So maybe you do like a little meditation for yourself, or just write things down, or just try to think about times when you've been like true to yourself or true to you, or like true to a friend or a situation, or like what does truth mean to you? What does that word mean to you in any aspect? And then we have the Knight of Wands. So this could be a message. Also, swords are air element, and Libra is an air element, so that's really good first card for this whole thing. But Knight of Wands, that's fire energy. This could be like an incoming message or something, but when I picked out this card, I felt like don't rush anything at this time. This isn't a time to rush. You could get a lot of more energy from this moon. Like this moon could be, for me, it's been like, I don't know if it's the fact that I'm just at home a lot, like I've been kind of sleepy, but it's not making me as sleepy as other moons have. So you could have a lot more energy right now to do things, but don't rush the things that you have energy for, because whenever things are rushed, you know, they never turn out the best. I mean, sometimes they do, but And then you have the Tower in reverse. So the Tower in the upright is kind of about like events. It's about something that comes in and breaks down a like something you've worked for, or like a relationship, or something that's set in stone and in place. The Tower is here to knock that all down, completely like end it all so you can restart again. When something ends, there has to be something else that begins, right? Like the cycle of life. So there might have been something in the past that, you know, I mean, also as like a whole collective energy, there's so many things right now in our lives that have had to been knocked down or, you know, not even started at all. But that doesn't mean you can't make something. Sorry, I just saw a crow. I never know if it's a crow or a raven, but I think they're crows. I really love crows. They're very like magical, spiritual. They're beautiful. Okay, sorry, got distracted. Yeah, just because something is over or like finished or not even started doesn't mean you can't start something new or start something else that wouldn't be equivalent to that of what has ended, you know? The Tower can be like a really scary, like if you see the card, it looks like complete chaos. Like, it does not look like these people are having fun. They're literally getting thrown out of a literal tower, and there's like lightning going on and everything. So it can be like a scary time. It can be kind of nerve-wracking, but those moments never last for that long. Yeah. That's all I'm feeling on that one for now. And then you have the Knight of Cups. I think this card came out in that Aries reading as well. I'm feeling with this card, like, if you have a crush on someone or something, just go ahead and tell them. You know, fear of rejection is like a big thing, but, I mean, what's the worst that can happen? They're just like, no, I don't have a crush on you, and then that's that. Like, that's it. It's not, you know, it's not like life-threatening. For some reason with this card, I'm also feeling like play with magic more. Like if you've started to kind of like dabble in magic or like whatever that means for you, because magic is so much. I believe that everything is magic. Sometimes I don't, I forget that, so then I get sad. But then I'm like, oh wait, I'm floating in space, so everything's magic. But yeah, continue to play with magic, whatever that means for you. Don't, like, maybe this ties into the Knight of Wands, like, because they're both kind of knights. So maybe the Knight of Wands is kind of like, oh, this newfound, like, magic or something that you figured out about yourself or something that you could do. Don't rush that, you know, like, take your time, take the water energies in there as you will. Don't let it be all fire. We need both. Balance. Balance is also something that Libras represent. They're the scales. So, yeah. And then we have the Three of Pentacles. So this card to me is, whenever I see this card, it's like an agreement. An agreement that you, if you believe in past lives, you might have made in a past life. An agreement you made in this life. Like, could be something huge to something so small. I know I was really bad kind of at this in the past, especially like with my parents, but kind of like what I'm hearing with this is like stick to your word. So then that's also tying in with the Ace of Swords, like what is your truth, you know? Maybe you told somebody that you were going to do something for them and then you just ended up not even doing it. Or you told somebody one thing when you really meant another thing. Like, don't do that. No, I'm not trying to call you out because I've definitely done those things too. Like, I'm human. But just try to stick to your word. With this also, Could be small projects that you're starting. An icicle just fell. Could be small projects that you're starting of like any kind. But I'm feeling more agreements. Not really the projects and stuff, the magic and the artistic stuff. I'm kind of feeling with the Knight of Cups and Knight of Wands. This card could also be relating to the Tower within, like, you know, maybe there was that agreement or something with somebody, some kind of relationship or something, and it all, you know, it fell apart, went to shit. Excuse my French. But you just have to keep building, you know, just keep it rolling. And then we have the Five of Wands. Oh yeah, I didn't even talk about the Five of Swords in reverse, like, underneath the deck. Talk about that after. The Five of Wands. So I think I'm gonna need to look in my book for this one, just because I'm not. So the Five of Wands is like fights, you know, fighting, uncooperation, I'm hearing, just things not working out, things being really difficult. Like every single person in this card, there's not a person that's like resting. They all have a wand and they're all fighting. So this is fire energy. It's also right underneath the Tower reversed. So there honestly could have been like a really big fight that now this full moon coming in, it's getting it's like over with, and it's getting, everything's kind of getting put back together again. Sorry, I'm having such a hard time thinking of like the words that I want to use, but they're like big girl words and I like can't find them. So yeah, but we'll read a little bit more about this one. Also, Libras are kind of like the peacemakers of the signs. You know, they're one of the peacemakers. Like, they don't really like to pick a side. They like things to be balanced. So any fights or anything maybe you may have had, or some, even like with yourself, an internal struggle with yourself, this could be a time for you to find kind of more inner peace. So upright, it says that new factors moving into the situation demand that you change, adapt, and grow. Life's not as simple as it was, which is very true for now. It says that you could either suffer hardship and loss or go on to greater success and prosperity. So it's like in the book, it's not saying one thing or the other. It's saying you could have hardship and loss, like, you know, with the Tower coming in and everything completely being, the rug being swept out from underneath your feet. But then you can also have prosperity and success and, you know, come out of that on the other side, like, successful, whatever that means to you. Like, everyone's gonna, when this kind of stuff does happen, you're gonna have hard days and it's gonna be difficult for a while, but just know, like, the sun will always rise the next day unless Earth gets, like, hit by a meteorite and then we're just all done. But if that doesn't happen, then the sun's gonna rise and it's gonna be okay, you know? So the Five of Swords reversed. I don't really like that this is the overall energy, but I'm not really feeling like it's for a negative purpose. Okay, I'm gonna have to use this again, to say honestly. Like, to me, the Five of Swords being reversed is meaning that you're kind of coming out of these situations. Usually these cards, like the Tower reversed, or, you know, kind of these cards that are seemingly more negative being reversed, some people read it as, like, if it is in the situation, or feel it as, like, it's 100% more negative than what it would be in the upright. But the energy right now is not that. The energy is, like, these things have happened. Maybe they are going to happen, but you can get over them no matter what. Like, you can prevail no matter the situation. So reverse, it says, your losses have hit you hard and you're in a state of great unhappiness. You feel hurt and betrayed, angry and discouraged, but only you can pull yourself out of misery. You may feel confused about the crisis occurred, but deep down you know the reasons. You just don't want to face them. So honestly, I feel like that's good for this whole thing, because I feel like this whole reading has been about, like, your inner truth, like with the Ace of Swords, and like anything that is, you know, anything really struggling and hard, that has happened in the past or recently, in the recent past, but you just sitting with yourself, finding your inner truth and like meditating with that. And for me, this Libra full moon has been bringing out a lot of like trauma from my childhood and stuff, or like fights and things, and you know, all that bad stuff. You know, sometimes we can remember that, but then I just remember like why I'm still here today, and like the good things like I have done in my life, and the good people that I know, and like the really beautiful and amazing things I've seen before, and you know, I'm able to see. This reading resonated with you. If not, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, bye.